such a fast-paced society that coaching actually, I believe, takes that time and it frames that time in the day and structures that time in the day where you are really thinking really specifically about practice and strategy and student learning and how that all works together.
Coaching enables us to really delve into the personal needs of the teacher to improve instruction and in turn then improve student higher order thinking skills, engaged learning, authentic connections, and obviously technology integration.
With having a coach coming in, you've got that person who can work with you one-on-one and who understands that position or should understand that position and can explain things to you, and you don't have to, the teacher does not have to feel intimidated in front of a group of peers.
And the coach can come in and they can look at what they're doing and be objective without being evaluative. And so therefore the relationship that's built between a teacher and a coach allows them to feel very comfortable working with the coach.
I think it makes one of the biggest differences as far as supporting teachers' practices in the classroom, because I know as a teacher myself, you'd go to a professional development session, you'd sit in it, you'd walk away and leave, and then you had all these great ideas, but you didn't have time to really think through them, how to implement them, how they would work. And to be able to work, to have a coach come with you, it's very safe. It's very, it's a way to problem solve and work. It's that relationship that you're building with someone that you really can take the time to try something new, have somebody support you, or even show you how it would look in the classroom, and then have that time to reflect.
Coach needs to have be a social person. They need to be understanding of who they're working with. They need to be able to look at and understand what that other person that they're working with, what their needs are.
Of course, you need to be knowledgeable about the subject matter, and you need to be knowledgeable about education in general to make everything fit into the big picture.
I really feel like coaching allows us to move teachers quickly to different levels of teacher innovation and moving them to where we need them to be in their instructional practices and even in their personal computer use. And
being an empathetic coach has really helped me to be accepted into the classroom and has helped teachers to open up to trying new things.
I think patience, I always feel like that's the one thing I'm always drawing on when I work with teachers. Just like when you work with students, patience is important to have them move at their own pace.
I can remember after the first probably month of being a coach, I felt like, oh my gosh, this is so isolating, this is so, I don't know if I can do this, because it's such a different role from being a teacher and being in a classroom, and it's just a different, you're a little isolated when you're there as a coach.
Many teachers will tell you that they feel like there's just so many things coming at them at all the time, and relevant professional development means, okay, what does that teacher need now?
Coaching is very cost effective as far as professional development, because you can pay a lot of money to bring in speakers or bring in professional development. And even having teachers provide professional development among themselves, peer collaboration is so important, study groups are so important. But unless somebody is out there working day to day with teachers on what does this really mean and look like with my students today, and that group changes from year to year and even sometimes from month to month, it doesn't ever necessarily take effect. So I think that coach really is that impetus for change in the building. They really are that instructional leader who's not providing supervision or evaluation of teachers, but it can become that safe relationship for really looking at change.
With a coach, the coach really makes the teacher reflect upon the lesson and really break it down almost like a film you would do with a football coach and breaking down the film there. We can do the same thing with the learning process, and by allowing some time with the coach, that reflection time becomes a great learning experience for the teacher in improving the instruction, continuously, maybe not just for that project the next time it comes around, but every time thereafter when they're dealing with the kids.
I think there are several important traits of a coach, an effective coach, and I think one would be that coach had to have been in the classroom, I believe, and has to have to be a pretty effective teacher. The second important quality, and I don't think you can rank them 1 and 2, I think they go together, is a coach really has to be someone who is able to build rapport with teachers, to develop relationships with teachers, to keep a sense of trust, the confidentiality that's so important, that good or bad, that what stays with the, what happens with the coach stays with the coach.
Speaking from a coach-teacher relationship, that's probably the utmost important thing of becoming an effective coach is really reading the person and what they need, and maybe not shoving something down their throat that they're not ready for, or pushing them too hard or too quickly and assuming that they understand. Again, just like the student-teacher relationship, we have to adjust our approach to them due to their learning style, their personality, their temperaments.
There has to be that level of respect, mutual respect. Teachers need to respect the coach, and coaches need to respect the teachers.